Welcome guys, welcome to Hustle with AI. So this is another video, but it's actually a continuation of my previous video. So please do check out my previous video. This is where I was developing my very first chatbot with Botpress, and now I'll now be doing the automation part of the video. This is where I'll be integrating Zapier. I'll be integrating Google Sheets. I'll be also integrating Gmail. So what's going to be happening? This is an automation process where I'll use Zapier to capture the information that is entered into our chatbot, and then I'll take that information with Zapier to store it in our Google Sheets. And then every time a new row is added in our Google Sheets, a new Zap is going to also be triggered to send the email. So if a person interacts with our chatbot, enters their details in our chatbot, is going to store their information in a Google Sheet, and it's also going to send us an email to notify us that there's actually someone who entered their information. So this is actually a way to automate the process and also efficient way of doing business. So if there's someone interested in having this kind of technology or automation implemented in their business, do contact me. So let's now dive into the chatbot. I'll just show you guys a step-by-step how I went through integrating Zapier, integrating Google Sheets, and integrating also Gmail. But it's not a step-by-step or in-depth tutorial. It's just an overview of what I did. And then once I'm done with this whole series, I'll now do tutorials for each platform, give you tips and tricks and how to do this thing in a more efficient way. As we all know that automation is the way to go, guys. AI is the new way to do things, and automation, there are many tasks that can be automated. Automation is the new thing to do right now. Automation is really the king. And I don't just speak about automation, I actually do automation. So I'm just going to be showing you guys an overview of me doing the automation to basically get the context of what I'm going to be doing. Do please watch my previous video, and please like, comment, share, and please press the notification bell so that you get a notification every time I drop a new video like this one. Let's get into it. Okay, so now I'm updating the variables. Since the last time I didn't create variables for all the fields, so I'm updating the variables because now I want to actually capture these variables and capture the data that the user is entering. I want that data to be actually stored in our spreadsheets, so as to when someone enters the details or interacts with the chatbot, we can get a notification and we can take down their notes, save them in a Google Sheets. So that's now we are going to automate that whole process. Okay. So for now, this is how our thing is. This a text is going to ask you for your name. We want your name, we want your phone number, and then we want your email. So these are the variables, and then now we have a execute code. So when the execute code happens, this is where we actually use Zapier webhooks to actually capture the data. So we are using webhooks to capture all the variables that we're entering. When the user enters their name, text, email, we are using webhooks to capture that data, and then we transfer it to Zapier, and then Zapier takes all that data, sends it to our spreadsheet. It's a little bit of code, not that much, and I'll explain later. So this is our Zapier. For now, we have two Zaps, and then the first Zap, which I'm gonna open now. It's pretty simple, straightforward, nothing complicated. So our first Zap, the trigger is to catch the hook in the webhook, like I've explained in the previous window. This is where we are getting the data that the user enters, and then we are creating a new spreadsheet row in our Google Sheets. So this is where you link your Google Drive, the name of the spreadsheet, the name of the sheet, and also the fields, like the rows, maybe like your first name, last name, email, phone number, duration, and notes. As of my spreadsheet, that's the field it has. So all this data, all these variables that you see here on the right are coming from here basically. So the variables I create here are the ones that are gonna be stored in our spreadsheet As you can see them, this is the name, the same variables that it got from our chatbot. So this is not really complicated. You just have to select any field and then give it a variable name. When you come here, you reference the same variable name to the same field. So whenever it runs, it's gonna store that variable in the same column as the spreadsheet. As you can see here, I have my spreadsheet with a few sample data when I was testing the bot, and the automation actually works. When I enter all the data through the chatbot, it goes to the spreadsheet and it creates a new row, and then it now sends us an email to whatever Gmail you specify. Is going to give you the detail. As you can see, I'll try to zoom it. It's gonna get the detail that it captured from this chatbot. So I'm publishing it now, as the previous version didn't have the code, so this is an update on the previous one. Please do watch my previous video to get a sort of context on how this chatbot actually works. So now I'm going to be testing the chatbot again. You must say hi, and then it's going to give you 3 options to choose from. Okay. And then now he's going to ask us for a bit of notes or additional information about the particular field we chose from the 3 options. This step is also more explained in the previous video. Please do watch my previous video to get a bit of context on what's happening here. I won't explain that much into it. I just wanted to show you guys the automation part that I added into this chatbot. So first I built the chatbot. Now in this video is the part where I'm automating uh getting the information. So what I've added the Zapier integration, I've added Google Sheets integration. So whatever data that I'm typing right here, you will now see it later in the Google Sheet, and also I'll get an email to notify me that a user has been added or a lead has been added. So this is all automated. It will just happen in the back end. You will just receive an email. So just let's see. Okay, now this is the information I've been entering just few seconds ago. It's now entered in our Google Sheets, as you can see, as a new field. Every time is going to be entering that row. There is the email. It takes a couple of minutes. It depends on the plan that you have with Zapier, but with me it takes a few minutes, probably 5 to 10 minutes. You'll get an email. This is the data that I just entered right now. So it's all automated, guys. This is the power of automation. This is the power of AI. And then our chatbot is going to capture all the data, send it to Google Sheets, and then Zapier sends us an email. So with this, I'm using 2 zaps. This is the first zap. The second zap was to send an email. The first one is just to capture data in the sheet. The second one now is going to, if there's a new row added in our sheet, is going to send an email. This is basically easy, guys, but like I said, this is not a tutorial. If you want the tutorial, I'll go in depth. This is the row that I've just added, and then now it sends the email. You're gonna specify the email, you write which the body, the subject, and then it's gonna send us the email. As you see, I have a test email of the user that I just created in front of you. So this is the power of AI automation, and I would like to teach you more, guys. And then this is not a tutorial. Again, like I said, I'll make a in-depth video explaining each step. I'm actually done now, guys. I've done the whole thing. It works. I'm so happy and proud of myself. I'm glad the whole automation thing works. And please do watch the video again. You can rewind to get a few insights. Or if you missed something, please go back and watch it again. Share this with anyone that might find this helpful and educational, as I want to show you guys what kind of happens in the background or in the behind the scenes of a lot of things that you see. So like I said when I started the video, automation is the new king.